NotebookLM just got a massive free upgrade. What if the free tool sitting right on your screen could build a whole week of content in one afternoon? Why are the smartest creators quietly using this and saying nothing about it? You think you know NotebookLM? You really don't. It just got an upgrade that changes the whole game. And almost nobody is using it the right way. Most people open it once, then never touch it again. Hey, I'm the digital avatar of Julian Goldie. I help people learn AI tools and actually use them in their work, not just watch videos and forget them by tomorrow. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what NotebookLM just turned into. And stick with me, because the real upgrade isn't the part everyone is talking about. There's a hidden piece near the end that takes this from a fun little toy and turns it into a full content machine. Let's get into it. Okay, so here's the deal. NotebookLM started as a simple research helper. You drop in your documents and you chat with them. You ask a question and it answers using only your stuff, not random made-up info. That was pretty much all it did. Now, it's a full studio, and it's still completely free. You just need a Google account, no card, no trial, no time limit. On the free plan, you get up to 100 notebooks, 50 sources in each one, and 50 chats every single day. That is a huge amount of room to play with. But here's what most people miss. When you open the Studio tab in NotebookLM today, you don't get one output. You get 9. Let me run through them fast so you see how big this is. First, the audio overview. This is the famous one. It takes your sources and turns them into a podcast. 2 AI voices talking through your material like a real show, back and forth. It sounds shockingly human. This could be used to turn a messy stack of AI tutorials into one short, friendly podcast episode that pulls new people toward the AI profit boardroom. You drop the sources in, hit generate, and walk away with something people actually want to listen to and share. That kind of easy, bingeable content is exactly what gets the right audience curious about the AI profit boardroom. Next is the video overview. This one used to be plain narrated slides. Now it's cinematic with real visuals, and it works in over 80 languages. So you can take one document and get a clean little explainer video out of it without touching a camera. Then you've got the mind map. It reads your sources and draws out all the connections, and you can click any node to open it up and go deeper. There's the infographic, which comes in tall or wide formats, ready to post straight to social. There are slide decks you can export and present. There are flashcards and quizzes for learning. There's a data table that pulls clean, organized info out of messy documents. And there's a full written report, 9 outputs, 1 source, 1 click each. Imagine running this to build a quick learning module for brand new AI Profit Boardroom members. You feed it the core lessons, and it spits back flashcards and a quiz so people actually remember what they just learned. That makes the first week inside the AI Profit Boardroom feel smooth and simple instead of confusing and overwhelming. Now here's the part I promised you. Here's why most people use this completely wrong. They generate one thing and then they stop. They make an audio overview, listen to it once, feel impressed, and forget it ever existed. The file just sits there, dead, doing nothing. That's the trap almost everyone falls into, and it's the reason they think NotebookLM is just a fun toy. Because here's the truth. The skill, the real skill, is turning that file into something you can actually ship, something you can post, something that does a real job for you. And that's the upgrade that matters, not the 9 outputs by themselves, the flow that happens after them. Think about it in 5 simple steps. Capture, generate, save, edit, ship. Capture is just dropping your raw material in. URLs, PDFs, old transcripts, even your own past content. NotebookLM takes basically anything you throw at it. Generate is hitting the button and getting your audio, your video, your infographic, all of it in one go. Save is keeping every one of those pieces somewhere you can actually find it later, instead of losing it in a downloads folder you never open again. Edit is where the real magic is. You take that generated piece and you trim it. You add your face or your voice on top. You drop a title on it. You shape it into something finished. And ship is the last step. You post it. It goes out into the world and does its job for you. The old way was painful. You'd open NotebookLM, make an audio overview, love it, and then have no idea what to do next. To turn it into a video, you'd open 3 more tools. You'd move files around by hand. You'd lose half of them. And most of that content never saw the light of day. It died in a folder. The new way is one smooth pipeline. 1 source goes in, 5 finished pieces come out the other side. And the whole thing can run on free tools. Now, real quick, I want to show you where the full version of this lives. This exact workflow, wired together from start to finish, is what I walk people through inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Inside, there's a full NotebookLM walkthrough that shows you how to set up your sources the right way, so your outputs come out sharp instead of generic. There are live coaching calls every week where you can share your screen and ask me why your audio overview or your video isn't landing, and we fix it together, live. And there's a simple 30-day roadmap built around this exact studio flow, so you are never sitting there guessing what to do next. If you've been stuck at the "I made something cool, but I don't know what to do with it" stage, the AI Profit Boardroom was built for exactly that moment. The link is in the description. Okay, back to the good stuff. Let me show you why running everything in one place matters so much. When your sources, your outputs, and your editing all live on one screen, something clicks. You stop wasting time hunting for files. You stop juggling 5 different tools that don't even talk to each other. Everything just flows. And here's a trick most people never think about. Save everything into one folder. A lot of people use something like an Obsidian Vault, which is just a free notes app that stores your files on your own computer. Now, every audio overview, every infographic, every report you've ever made is sitting in one searchable place. 6 months from now, you can find any of it in seconds instead of digging through a mess. That's where this gets really powerful, because your outputs start to compound. The mind map you made this week becomes the backbone of next week's video. The audio overview you made in January becomes a fresh new cut in June. You're not starting from zero every single time. You're building on a pile of stuff you already made. You could use this to slowly build a full library of teaching content for the AI Profit Boardroom. Every time you research a new AI tool, you run it through the studio once and keep every single piece. Over a few months, the AI Profit Boardroom ends up with a deep, organized shelf of resources that new members can dig through from day one. And honestly, the best part? You stop having those empty days where you stare at a blank screen with nothing to post. There's always something ready to go. Always a piece you can pull, polish, and ship in minutes instead of hours. So let me bring it all together. Here's what you actually walk away with. You stop juggling a big stack of tools because NotebookLM does the heavy lifting for you. You stop explaining the same idea 5 different ways because one source hands you 9 formats. You stop losing your work in random folders because everything gets saved in one place you can search. You stop ending at "I made something" and you start ending at "I shipped something." And you stop having those content drought days because one afternoon of work can feed you for a whole week. That's the real upgrade, not the shiny new buttons everyone's pointing at. The full flow from raw idea all the way to finished, posted content all on one screen. If you want the full process, SOPs, and 100+ AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 75,000 members who are crushing it with AI. And if you're about to go try this yourself, let me save you some pain. The first time you run a source through NotebookLM, your outputs are going to come out a little generic, and you're going to hit a wall trying to figure out the editing part. That's exactly the spot where the AI Profit Boardroom gets you through fast. Inside, you get the step-by-step tutorials for each of the 9 outputs, the prompts that make them come out sharp instead of bland, the weekly live calls where we troubleshoot your setup together, and the 30-day roadmap that walks you from your very first notebook to your first finished piece. Don't spend 3 weeks figuring out alone what you could learn in one call. Come join us and ship your first piece this week. That's AIProfitBoardroom.com. I'll see you in the next one.